this one time there was like a seagull, and he was like, you know, getting it on with another seagull, and he was like, dude, seagull's getting it on. And then like this other seagull busted like inside of him, and I was like, heinous. And then like 6 weeks later, the seagull gave birth, and then its head fell off. And then it turned into a transformer.
Crow's turn.
It turns out the seagull was actually a robo-seagull, the first of its new kind to devour humanity.
It was Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
It was given the nickname Steven Seagal. Long after years of waiting for food, it was power!
Nicole, go.
And then its seagull lasers went pew, pew, pew. And it was like shooting at like these people. And they're like, oh my God, oh, seagull's attacking.
Mario!
And then Mario came in, he was like, Seagull, you motherfucker! I'm gonna kill you! So first I'm gonna jump in your head, I'm gonna make a piece of pie, and then I'm gonna get some spaghetti, and then I'm gonna jump on your face, and then I'm gonna shoot a shit on your face.
What? And then it was game over for Mario because he lost all his times. Because he tried to start a car to ram it into the seagull, but unfortunately it wouldn't start. And now Steven Seagal was now approaching Vasily with its lasers pew-pewing everywhere. What would Mario do? So welcome to Oblivion!
But little did they both know that Steven Seagal's son, who had just recently been born, showed up with a massive Masamune and sliced them both in half, uttering those words. And he turned out to be more powerful than all of them, with a power level of over 1,500,000. And then he decided that he was going to get...
And then the dogs came in and, like, ate everything. Like, the buildings, the leftover carcass of Mario and the seagull dude, and, like, the kid seagull, and, like, just dogs everywhere. And they were like, hey, what's up, dog? And then I was killed for the horrible pun.
JD? JD, it's back to you.
And then
There's a new story
Steven
start now, or
Seagal
what?
decided that he would live again, and he went into a radioactive chamber where he could build his strength back to full power. For he decided that the world must suffer for his heinous act, and disabling his ability to fire lasers.
Suddenly, while building this new device, he had a shred of humanity built up inside him.
In his seagull body.
In his robotic seagull brain. Why should I do this? Do they really deserve this? He pondered to himself.
Welcome to your doom.
JD, are you okay? Nicole, go.
Okay. And then he decided that, no, they don't deserve to live. I must control the power.
And then the dogs who had eaten everything previously came in and chuckled at him, and because he couldn't kill the duck. The seagull was so pissed because he couldn't kill the ducks, and he realized he could never be humans because only men can shoot ducks. So the dogs sat behind the grass and chuckled at him forever because they're fat fuckers!
But suddenly the power coursed through his veins, and suddenly, with absolute amazing power, charged his energy, and would finally unleash it upon Mario and his evil son, that which had destroyed him before, and the dog that had consumed him, charging full energy, maximizing full power. His nipples were growing harder with every possible moment. Objection!
But then Phoenix Wright showed up and objected to everything, which caused them all to suddenly be in a courtroom. And Steven Seagal was on trial for all crimes against humanity that he had committed. And Edgeworth was on the prosecution, and Phoenix Wright was on the defense. And
And then it was a game over because Phoenix couldn't find any evidence to defend a seagull because seagulls aren't people. I guess. That's all I got.
Chuckled Steven Seagull under his breath, for he had a secret plan. Behind his back, he carried with him the Mind Digger, and he was going to destroy every fucker in the room.
The Mind Digger has gained a sentence of its own and decided to fight back against Steven Seagal. In it, there was punches thrown left and right, and his Steven Seagal's beak got blown off by one of the
And the crowd goes wild. And it was going, and it was going, and they were punching, and they were fighting, and they were arguing. And I was like, whoa. And nothing happened.
And then Steven Seagal, he couldn't punch because he doesn't have any fists. He whacked Phoenix right in the fucking face with his robo feather fist of death. As Phoenix cried and screamed in pain like Jim Carrey.
And Dave's not here, so.